Hey everyone, so today I'm going to be doing a 1 month update on my MacBook Pro. This is the 2019 MacBook Pro and I unboxed it roughly a month and a bit ago. So I wasn't originally planning to make this video, but I did have a couple of people ask me to do an update and how I'm finding it, so I thought I'd just do that. I just thought for people who are interested it'd be handy as from a non-techie person saying how I'm finding it. So something I quickly want to just explain about me getting this laptop, because I did have some questions. So I had a few people asking or like wondering like why I got the 2019 one when the 2021 just came out, and did I return it to get the 2021. So this laptop I did not actually pay for with my own money. This laptop I got through work and it is my work laptop, but I just wanted to do an unboxing of it because I thought it's still like an interesting video to do. But yeah, people were a bit confused as to like why I got the 2019 one, and the reason for that was when this one was delivered, the 2021 wasn't brought out yet. I think it was like a day or two after this one arrived that the 2021 came out. I did actually purchase the 2020 MacBook Air myself, and I had a few people asking me to do an update of that and how I'm finding it. That will be up on Tuesday. So this is the Space Gray 256GB. This is the one with the touch bar. Obviously, yes, this is my work laptop, so I don't do that much with it, but there's some little things that I've found out that I definitely prefer about the Pro to the Air, and there's some stuff I prefer about the Air to the Pro. So if you are someone who's trying to decide between the two, be sure to subscribe. So the first thing I want to talk about is the touch bar, because that was a thing I was really excited about. When I did first get it, I was like a bit underwhelmed by it in a way. So the first thing I will say, so my job is IT support. I'm basically just on like Google Chrome all day, pretty much. I'll leave the link to my unboxing and you'll sort of see when I go on to like, I don't know if I went onto Google Chrome, but I definitely went on to Safari, and the only really options you have on there is to go back. They're literally your options for like when you're on Chrome. There's not really that many. It's nothing you can't do with a mouse. I've never used it. I never used the touch bar for work. When I'm working, only reason I use it is to press this little arrow here, this one right here, which takes me to like the general, all the keys that are on a normal MacBook at the top. In terms of with the touch bar, would I rather have the touch bar or rather have the keys? I would rather have the keys. To actually get to those normal ones that you would have, even if I'm not in Chrome, when you're on your homepage, that's what you get. You can choose the 4 you want. I just have, well, I accidentally changed one. I was meant to put brightness and I forgot to put it back down there. So if I did have it how I want it, I would have volume, brightness, launchpad and lock. It's a bit, in a way, an extra step to get to things like pause and play. One thing I love about this touch bar is, and I love about both laptops, is the Touch ID. Love that. Best invention ever to have Touch ID on a laptop. But the one thing I love about the Pro is that it has a lock button. Like, so I've put the lock on my touch bar. So if I just like, if I do that, it locks the laptop, then obviously I'll use the Touch ID to unlock it. You can use it in like documents, so like if you're in Word or Excel, it has the fonts at the top and the sizing and colour and stuff like that. So if you use documents a lot, that could come in handy, or if you use Excel a lot. In terms of editing for YouTube, I always edit on iMovie. I was having some issues with editing on my Air, and I'll explain that in the MacBook Air video. I decided to download the trial for Final Cut Pro. I thought it was better, but I thought, you know what? I'm going to put that on my hard drive and then I'm going to put it onto the MacBook Pro as well, so I can actually see a difference, because all videos you watch, if you're trying to like, you know, you want to edit for YouTube, everyone always says an Air just isn't good enough to edit on. As everyone says that, I thought I'd put it on the Pro as well to see if there actually is a difference. I will say there is. The video that went up on Tuesday, I edited on my MacBook Pro. Did have to quit it, I think, once because it froze. In terms of actually when I was editing, it would always like keep up with me, and I say that, but I try and put like a screen recording to explain what I mean. So when you're like, say you split in a clip and stuff, thumbnail kind of thing of the like timeline, it kind of lags a little bit, and that happens on the Air and it also happened on my old MacBook Pro. I don't know if that happens to everyone or what. One thing I will say, which is so overrated, is the touch bar in Final Cut Pro. I haven't used iMovie on this laptop. I can go into it now for you to look because I've not even seen. So it has the like thing at the top where it says new movie and new trailer, so I can click on new movie. So I've got my 2 clips. I'm just going to put this one down here. This is in iMovie. I have not used iMovie on this laptop yet. So the only options you have are volume, so you can change the volume of the clip. I don't know if you can see that. And I can press split, and I also can press play, which I've got the volume down so you won't be able to hear me talking, and then I can also go backwards, I can go forward. Not gonna lie, iMovie is a bit more impressive than Final Cut. And now I'm going to go into Final Cut. I actually have Tuesday's video already still loaded on there, so I can show you on that. But if you look at the touch bar, if you can see that. They're the options that you have. The one thing I can't stand, there is not a single split clip option. Wherever you want to split, you can press Command B and that splits it. Same on iMovie and Final Cut. On Final Cut, you have a little tool here. You click on it, and it takes you to all your different tools that you can use. And to get to those tools, you can also press the letters. They've got corresponding letters. And then you also have the trim options. That one will like trim, they're like up to like at the beginning of the video, that's the end of the video. That, I don't know what that does. Oh, it just makes it play. How do I... And then you can also, if you click this thing, it shows you like the actual like timeline. I was honestly very disappointed in it. Like I said, I edited Tuesday's video on this MacBook and I didn't use the touch bar once. Actually, I did. The one thing I did use the touch bar for, it also has the sound here, which is very handy. So when you click on sound, you can like silence a clip, you can change the volume of a clip. Yeah, there isn't a split button. So what I was doing is I was using the letters B and A, so B for blade, and then I click where I want to split it, which you can actually change to that tool. So you've got to press that, then press blade, and then you click with your mouse where you want to split it, or I can literally just press B and it does the same thing. It doesn't really seem worth it for Final Cut or iMovie. I can imagine it being good for like advanced video editing and advanced photo editing. In terms of editing as a whole on it, it is quicker. I've seen a lot of people say that editing is not good on the Air and it's really good on the Pro. I think if you do want to edit for YouTube, I would, if I could only choose one of these laptops to buy, I would choose the Pro. And another thing I want to mention that someone also brought up about the keys and about how hopefully mine don't break because they're the butterfly keys and a lot of people had issues. Once again, it's my work laptop. I mean, it's not really that big of a deal, and I mean, it's everyone, I think a lot of people at work have this laptop and no one's had that issue. So, and I will say the Magic Keyboard on the new ones is 100 times better because I have that on my Air and it's amazing. So like, I kind of just haven't really done pros and cons here. I kind of just sort of blurted about what I like and don't like about it. I actually do really like the keyboard, even though people don't. I actually do quite like it. Yeah, I feel like there isn't that much more to like say about it because I feel like the most things people want to know about it is the touch bar like worth it, is the touch bar any good, and is editing good on it compared to like an Air. I'll probably go into more of comparisons in my Air video because that video goes up after, so I think, yeah, I'll talk about more comparisons of the two laptops in that video, because if I do that in this video then there's no point of me making that video, if that makes sense. The only issue I have had is my AirPods did not connect at all. It was rejecting the connection. It was literally saying like connection rejected. I'm like, what are you doing? They did it like 2 days in a row as well and I have no idea. But now it's fine, it just suddenly started working again. The fan went crazy when I always used it on my desk and I put it on my lap and it went crazy. I think that's because I hadn't restarted it and I had the laptop for a month at that point. So after that, it's been fine. Overall thoughts, if I did have to go and choose one laptop to buy and that was my only laptop, I would choose the Pro because it is a better laptop overall, especially if you want to edit on it. If I wasn't editing, I would maybe choose the Air because it is a great little laptop, I have to say. But yeah, I will say I've used this for work now every like 5 days a week for the last month, and the only thing I use that touch bar for is to lock it and to turn the brightness up. The video I edited today for Tuesday's one was an hour's worth of footage and I was editing for 2.5 hours. I only touched the touch bar to turn the sound down on clips that I needed to be muted. It's actually a more long-winded, it's cool, it's gimmicky, it actually makes things longer to get to. If there's anything else you want to know and want my opinion on about this laptop or what I found, just ask me in the comments, because I know I've probably not covered everything. I've only covered the things that I'm using it for, and that's not much. I'm just thinking, when me as not a techie person, what do I want to know about the laptop? And they're the main two things, is like just about this laptop in particular, is the touch bar worth it and is it better with editing? Battery life, by the way, is insane. I feel like I charge it, I use it from 9 till 5:30 every single day. I think I charge it, every 2 days or something. It's really, really good with its charge. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please subscribe, like and comment. I will see you in my next video. Bye!